I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE Sports tonight. We're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith, Nancy Lieberman Cline destroying Sheryl Swoopes. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. It seems like the world has had enough of Sheryl Swoopes in the way she has been critiquing Caitlin Clark. We have seen Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and change the whole landscape of the league. But it seems like the former WNBA superstar and Hall of Famer does not like Caitlin Clark. And it seems like right now you have Stephen A. Smith who has called her out. Basically, she was out there saying how well her teammates was playing, but didn't mention Caitlin Clark. You have to remember, Caitlin Clark was the #1 overall player in the WNBA for the Indiana Fever. That means she has came in and changed that whole organization. They are now above 500. When you get a player, a transformational player, everybody should surround this player and support it, simply because this player not only will bring the league more viewership, it will bring the league more money, more fans, everything that you can imagine. But it seems like there is a section of the WNBA who does not want that. If it's not from someone they like, they will try and destroy the person who is truly making the change. And it seems like Sheryl Swoopes, Monica McNutt, and several others in the mainstream media have been trying to stop the Caitlin Clark train. And Stephen A. Smith has stood up and said, hey, enough is enough. Shannon Sharpe has stood up and said enough is enough. And now we have Nancy Lieberman Cline, who said when she had did an interview and she said Caitlin Clark was a fifth-year player, that she was 24 years old, and these were all lies. Caitlin Clark was not that age. She wasn't a fifth-year senior, and like Nancy Lieberman Cline said, we can have a disagreement. You could like the Yankees, I could like the Red Sox, but you can't lie about the stats and the figures to the American people. So her and Nancy Lieberman Cline has fell out. She tried to discuss the issue with Sheryl Swoopes. She refused to do it. Sheryl seems like she has this attitude, and I told many of you, it's not what y'all think. It has nothing to do with basketball. It has something to do with race. It has to do with gender. You have to understand that there are some black WNBA players who truly don't like white women. Then you have to understand this part, that Sheryl Swoopes is LGBT and she is not. And it seems like she believes the people who support her is against certain players in the WNBA. But the way you have been acting over the past 2 or 3 months, ever since this young woman put on the WNBA uniform, has been reinforcing what Caitlin Clark fans have been believing. They're out to get Caitlin Clark. So I'm glad to see prominent people from the WNBA, somebody like Nancy Lieberman Cline, who was a leader of women's sports, stand up. I'm glad to see Stephen A. Smith. I'm glad to see Shannon Sharpe and others stand up for this young lady, because she has done more in the last 20 years for WNBA women than any of them put together. She right now is, I believe, the most famous basketball player on earth, and you seem to want to constantly disrespect her. And I'm glad Nancy Lieberman Cline said, I have had enough of this. And some of the other people in the media, this loathing of Caitlin Clark. She is a fantastic basketball player. The woman is nothing but class. She's criticized all the time. She has nothing negative to say about anybody. All she wants to do is play basketball and accelerate the viewership of the WNBA. And it seems like there are people in the media, social media, who don't want that to happen. So I'm glad these figures are coming out and destroying Sheryl Swoopes. I would love to hear your comments in the comments section. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE Sports. Hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.